to give neighborhood crime and drugs a going away party.
Give neighborhood crime and drugs a going away party.
Kent just rocks when it comes to that first Tuesday in August, when all across the nation people turn out of their homes to get together, truly together in their neighborhoods and their communities. And it's all about public safety and the children and the families that make up our community.
I've participated in National Night Out for many years, and it's actually one of my favorite events to go out and be engaged with our community on a positive note. It's another way that we can have positive interaction with the youngsters in our community.
For us to be able to get out here as a store with a number of our cohort out here supporting the local law enforcement is really important to us, and I think the community that comes out in full force to also celebrate this occasion just makes it a wonderful night altogether.
Well, National Night Out has been a great excuse, really, to gather together because it's an event and it's a City of Kent-wide event as well as a national event.
It wasn't that great when it started.
Give neighborhood crime and drugs a going away party in Kent.
As you can see, days like today bring the community together for chat, learn who your new neighbors are, meet them, and go over what's been going on in the neighborhood.
Hello, here come quite out of crime.
The reason I started the Block Watch is because last year in April we were at 17 home invasions in and around this neighborhood. They continued. We had 1 to 3 per week some weeks in and around this neighborhood. So our goal was to find out a way, my goal as a mom, as a stay-at-home mom, was to find out a way to take back our neighborhood and to find out what we could do to get rid of that.
Well, a year ago, the kids in the apartment complex didn't have anything to do, and I used to just see them hanging out in the corners in our laundry room. And we started gathering together, talking about opportunities and goals. And at the same time, they knew more information about what was going on in the neighborhood than I or the police. So when things happened, they were automatically telling me exactly who did what and whatnot. So this was just another door opening, yes, and letting them know about crime and that they can be involved. And it's important what they see and what they report.
The block watches that we have had in Kent have been great at reducing crime in a neighborhood.
How are you going to know if something's out of the ordinary if you don't really know what the ordinary is? So I think in that respect, it's just really helped us to kind of tune into each other and just the constant reminders to watch out for each other.
When it comes to the neighborhood watch, people are watching strangers that may come in.
They feel empowered that we can keep our neighborhood safe and that this is a safe place to raise our children, and it's just a really good feeling to get to know your neighbors and to work together toward a goal.
We've had a couple of actual meetings in our house, and we've had a couple of officers come, and Stacy, Judd, and Sarah Wood, from the Kent Police Department, and it's great. So when something goes on in my neighborhood, I really honestly feel like I can email them directly and ask them specific things in addition to calling 911 and reporting online.
the kids had a different stereotype of them. They were calling them po-po and everything but officer. So today we've come to let them know that those are the people that support them and help them, and now they call them police officer. And it's just a great eye-opener, not only for the children, but for adults, that they would know the difference today.
We know what to watch for now. Kent Police Department has taught us wonderful things about what to watch for. They gave us so many tools, so much information about how to call the police, how to come together as a neighborhood, what to watch out for.
And the real crime prevention strategy that comes from this is, if you know your neighbors and you know how things are supposed to be and how things are going on, you can identify those people that are suspicious in the neighborhood, and that's really what we're looking for. That's what's going to help us as the police department to be successful in catching the bad guys who are causing problems in the neighborhood.
This is what a firefighter thinks a can opener should look like. You think that would get the can of soup open?
Last year we had a little event, but it wasn't night out, and we just had half this. But it seems like now that neighbors want to come out and come to meet each other, you know.
Everybody's having a great time. Barbecue, food, everybody's brought some food and drinks, and everybody's chatting.
I would say the last 2 years, there have been 3 houses in this neighborhood, mostly rental units that were identified as having heavy drug activity. A couple years ago, a house not directly across from ours, but close by, we heard gunshots in the middle of the night, and the next morning the police found 9mm shell casings. So that scared a lot of us, so we really wanted to take a stand against what was happening. And as a result, those 3 homes, those residents no longer live there, and we see the drug activity going away.
Oh yeah, get her to hold it. That's all.
Well, we had like a flop house right beside me, and a lot of drug activity, you know, a lot of cars banging doors late at night, a lot of arguments, and constant traffic all night long. And it was really a disruption to the neighborhood, you know. So you really didn't know, like me, I'd go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and there'd be 7 or 8 people standing outside my driveway. And so you never knew what was gonna happen. But I think all the neighbors around, on both sides of the house, and everybody called in, and they finally did something about it. And so we're back. So then they cleaned up the house, and we got new neighbors now. And this whole neighborhood came together, and we kind of like solved the problem. And so it's been like a community.
Keep crime and drugs going away party!
Lots of games for the kids. We had a water balloon toss, a potato sack race. What else do we have? Bing bag toss and a ring toss, and a food fight game. And yeah, you guys missed it.
I think the Kent National Night Out is one of the best things they can do to organize neighborhoods, because there's so much information on what they can do to fight crime and to connect better with the problems in the neighborhood. This is my 3rd year going out, and I always meet a homeowner who says they'd never met that neighbor down the street, and maybe they were both worried about seeing strangers in the area, and now they can reach each other and they can talk, and it really is making our neighborhood safer.
There are a lot of people that show up, politicians and city officials, but I think the ones that have the most impact are actually the police officers who drive around this neighborhood, who take calls from us, and are really invested in making sure our community is safe.
It's important to us. We want to continue to grow National Night Out. It's a very positive event, and we try to make it as fun as it possibly can be for our citizens and our employees that go out and engage in that activity.
Crime!